Hello and Namaskar. I am Dr. Amrita and you are listening to the Health Wellbridge podcast. 2020 is coming to an end, and if you have just found my podcast, I want to share about a free book and some good news. I am Dr. Amrita and I started podcasting in 2018 to share my professional knowledge and expertise about health, nutrition, wellness, and not so smooth journey that I had as a mompreneur. I am an ENT surgeon and health and wellness are topics very close to my heart. I also love gardening and talking about plants. Writing was a friend which I discovered in 2014 and I have not stopped. Making money online in India, does that even happen? I don't know. Like sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. What doesn't happen is it doesn't happen overnight and you have to work very hard. I share all the resources which help me through my blog, my podcasts, and videos. So, if you subscribe and follow my channels, especially if you subscribe to my blog, you will get all the updates in one place. You will find the link in the description below. Today, I'll tell you about a free book you can download right now. It's free till Saturday, the 13th, 12 pm, Indian time. It's called Krishna Mishra and the Mysterious Movie Star. It was the first fiction mystery series of the Krishna Mishra series that I publish. It's free till Saturday the 13th of December till 12 pm. This is a special promotional offer just for the Christmas spirit. Another good news is that the TCK Publishing Awards were announced for 2020 and my book Fruits for Life got third place in the health category. The book is called Fruits for Life, Nutrition Secrets Your Doctor Won't Tell You. This is a very big thing because last year another of my book Probiotic and Life won a prize too. You can check all the descriptions for these books in the description box of the podcast. Now, when I talk about my mystery book series and then I talk about my non-fiction books in the health category, you must be a little confused like why I even tried my hand at fiction. Like, as a doctor, people were telling me, why do you even want to write mystery and fiction? But my friends Tina and Mayuri back in 2016 were hosting something called the Friday Photo Fiction. And they told me that fiction writing is good for you. I decided to research the truth because who believes friends or family or anybody who tells anything until you research it, right? So I researched and but I still like the challenge of writing fiction, and challenges can help you grow if it is in the right direction, right? So writing was a daily habit to help me learn writing better, but fiction would that even help me grow my blog? That was a question in 2016. And when I started my blog back in 2014, I never thought even about writing fiction, even though I read a lot of mystery books, a lot of fantasy, and I still reread all those Enid Blytons that my daughter is reading right now. So reading is a very big part of my everyday thing. I read a lot of non-fiction and fiction, but I was not really very sure if fiction writing was my thing. So there was a lot of debate about whether people even want to read a story when they land on a blog, whether they just want to get to the meat of the information or whether they want something with a little bit of authentic stories, sharing true stories to make blogs more readable. Now, studies have shown that blogs with a little storyfied introduction have much better engagement than those that don't. But it's your blog and you have to test that what works. For me, that was the truth. At least even now, when I have a little bit of the stories that I have heard and I have experienced through my practice, through my own family life, without giving away all the secrets, they kind of make the topic more humane. They make it more relatable and not just information. It makes it connect at a deeper level even when I am rereading my own blog posts. So what does a non-fiction writer do? Learning to tell a story is liberating. That's why you have to practice it. The body's perceptions together with the brain's interpretation creates a transitional state. That's your mind. This is where you weave stories. So for your mind to work, you need both those elements in sync. When you do creative writing, it's one of the best exercises you can do for your brain. It prevents dementia. And who wants dementia for their brain, right? You want to slow down aging. So if you're a non-fiction writer or you don't even write, trying your hand at a little bit of writing. And if you're a like you have never written fiction, then if you are trying that, that's like really difficult for your brain, and it gives your brain a lot of exercise. So that actually helps to beat the aging. Neuroscience research shows that being a lifelong student is good for your brain. The thing is, you use it or lose it. If your right brain helps you dream up ideas, your left brain will actually help you do the work. So your right brain is doing the creative part and your left brain is doing all the other technical parts. So when the different part of the brain work together to make a story, you are giving your brain a complete exercise. What more does a brain want? The more difficult it is to write, the more your brain is challenged. When it gets easier, that's more like a habit. Many people journal, that's good too, but sometimes we are really not ready to face the demons inside in that kind of detail, and weaving stories from those demons does make that easier. That's why fiction is a lot of fun. You can have real or imaginary demons, plus you can have fun getting rid of those demons, and that's where me writing fiction comes in. And you can find the link to the book, which is free this week, and the second book on the series is also free on Kindle Unlimited now, and definitely check them out. And also leave the link to the TCK Publishing 2020 Top Book Awards, where you can find the list of all the other books which have won. This is Dr. Amrita, and you were listening to the Health Well Bridge podcast. Hope you have a wonderful week.